Hi guys, welcome back. So in this lesson we're going to be having a look at timing correction for the guitar. As you know, you can do it in FlexTime, which is the pitch correction facility, but you can also do it with flex slicing as well. I'm going to show you that now. But just to make sure we're all starting from the same page here, I'm just going to delete this guitar track from earlier and just bring in the one from the work files. So that would be guitar compt chorus. And this guitar needs to be actually over here at 71, as the guitar in this track only comes in on the very last chorus. I'm just going to double check the position. Yeah, that's fine. So let's get on with the correction. So with the lower zone open, or the edit window open with the scissor image, we can now see our guitar compt chorus in the edit window. So we need to turn on FlexTime, just like we did before, and it automatically chooses slicing anyway as the first one. So that's great. That's what we're going to use in this lesson. And Logic has automatically detected the transients of the guitar, as you can see. That's what these dotted lines are. And we can put in markers, warp markers on these transients, or we can put them elsewhere. So this symbol is for adding a warp marker on the transient, and this symbol is for adding a warp marker off the transient. Now we add warp markers to kind of build a wall around a note that we want to push backwards or push forwards if it's slightly out of time. I'll just show you what I mean. So if I just put in one marker there, and then try to move it, it won't move this note, it will move the whole thing. Just show you. See, the whole thing's moving. So you need to build a wall, or put in cement posts, as I like to call it. Again, if I try to stretch this, it's still going to move the whole of this as well. This is now solid, because we've got a cement post in here, but we need another one here to lock this half of the audio if we only want to move this one. So let's say this note here is slightly out of time, or it needs to be a little bit stretched. Then we can make it shorter like that, or make it longer like that. So we're time stretching that particular note. If we want to bring this note forward a touch, we just do that. And all the time you're looking at the grid lines at the top here, these grid lines here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and not the transient lines. You want to be referring to the grid. If you want to get your guitar on the grid, then this is what you need to look at. Now, it depends on what sort of track you have as to whether you want the guitar completely quantized to the grid or not. I would say probably not. You want a bit more of a human feel, but I'm going to show you how to do it if you want to. It's best to do this manually. So you can see that this particular phrase here is slightly early, which is not a problem, but for the sake of example, let's put a marker here. We've already got one here to stop this half moving. So really, when we just drag this one here, we're trying to get this dotted line, the transient marker, up to the grid. So we'll just bring that over like that. So that is now in time. Not going to be much difference because it's such a fine amount of time that we're moving. Yeah, you can't really tell. Let's see if we can find a more obvious example. Again, this one is, it's nothing really to worry about. But for the sake of example, so we need to put another one in here. So this cement post locks this half. This cement post locks this half. Build a wall around the note you want to move, and then we'll just move it over. So this transient is on this grid line here. There you go. So again, another sort of laborious task. Takes time. If you want to get a perfect performance, then come and do this. I think it actually sounds okay as it is. There might be the odd one though, which you can change. and correct the timing on. So I'm looking for the dotted lines with the grid lines. So you might be able to move the whole phrase here because that one is slightly out, that one is slightly out. So if we move the whole thing just slightly, you get the idea. Depends how far you want to go with this, how 100% accurate you want to be. I would have it slightly off the grid if it was me personally. I'm just showing you that this facility is here. It's really, really useful. Another good little tip for you is to put the metronome on. So we could solo the guitar. If you want to really focus on the guitar, put the metronome on. You can change the tone of this if it's no good for you. So the beat, you can change the actual note if you wanted to. So have the beat like an octave lower. So again, you can see this guitar is only ever so slightly out, so may not be worth doing, but it's here if you need it. It's a really, really great function. Just did those two at once there to bring them onto the line. But don't worry, we're going to be bringing in the final versions of the guitars and the vocals pretty soon in the next coming lessons. And by the way, if you wanted to see your arrangement or marker track in this window here, so you can see where you are in the track, just click this button over here and you can see your global tracks within the edit window. So that may or may not be useful for you, so you can see you're in chorus 2.2. Okay, so I'll carry on correcting the guitar just a tiny bit and I'll see you in the next lesson. All the best, guys. Bye bye.